Okay, so maybe I switched to a different microphone. Maybe that. Sorry. Thank you, guys. So I'd like everybody's palms to be resting on their thighs. Hands are kind of like this, as if you're holding two large chrysanthemums, one in each palm. And just settle in for a few moments. Your thumb is right on your thighs. You want to rest your hands on your thighs, not up in the air. Yeah, rest them on your thighs. And the palms are going to be face up like this. And this is actually a mudra that's called holding the flowers. So you can settle in, sit upon your sit bones. Those are those two bony protrusions under your body. And sometimes people say you can kind of go around a little bit so you get on top of them, whether you are sitting in a chair or sitting on the floor. And just allow your breathing to be natural. Now feel an elongation in the back of your spine so that as your tail drops a little bit, your belly lifts a little bit. Allow your shoulder blades to melt down your back, neither coming together nor pushing away. And allow the back of your ears to lift up towards the back of your head as if you're being suspended from a string. So the back of your head is slightly higher than the front of your head. So your chin will slightly drop, as if somebody's holding you right at the back of your jaw. And you can practice that inner smile, just so feeling a little bit of pleasantness inside of you. And maybe you're also wearing a chrysanthemum at the top of your head. So it neither takes effort nor strength to just balance that beautiful big flower, one in each hand and one at the top of your head, with a gentle smile. And roll your tongue up just a little bit so it touches the little ridge at the back of your palate of your mouth. So like where you would be saying the letter T, you can even kind of just say T gently. And where your tongue hits the top of your mouth, rest your tip of your tongue kind of curled up back there. This is a mudra of openness. Your focus is being open. Be open to what gifts are available to you. Maybe you're not paying attention, so you don't see them. Maybe you're closed to new opportunities. And slowly bring your hands behind you so that you can unhook your legs. So one leg can be out in the front and one leg can be tucked in. I call it seated tree pose. I'm sorry, I have to move my screen. This isn't a good setup for me to see everybody. Sorry. Just allow yourself to be sitting in that, what I call seated tree. I'm sorry, I don't know. I guess I haven't taught for a long time, so my setup is a little gooey tonight. I apologize. But I'm just going to go for it so I don't waste time. So we're in a seated tree. And you're going to gently turn towards the bent knee side. So one hand on a knee and one hand behind. No torquing, just a gentle twist. And realign your sit bones and allow your chest to open so that the back shoulder is slightly pulling you back to open the twist. You're not pushing or pulling. For your breathing pattern, what I'm going to ask you to do is I'm going to ask you to take a short inhale and fill your belly, a second inhale to fill up to your ribs, and then the third inhale will bring you all the way up to your collarbones. You'll have a little pause, and then you'll still stay in the twist, but as you breathe out one long exhale, you may be able to twist a little bit more. So let's do that together. We're in our twisting position. We breathe in, fill the belly. Breathe in, fill the ribs. All the way up to the collarbones on the final breath in. Hold the breath for just a moment. And then as you breathe out, twist a little bit more as you soften. And we're going to go at our own time a few times, breathing in 3 cycles and breathing out in 1 long nasal exhale. And you can turn your head either looking forward or looking comfortably, but don't wrench your neck. Keep your neck and your sternum, your face and your sternum kind of in the same direction. Like that's how far you're looking. Allow your body to soften as you breathe out, the gentle turning. One more cycle, everybody together. We'll breathe in. 1, 2, 3. Hold your breath for just a moment. Zip up your root lock. And then as you breathe out, release the twist, moving your hands over towards the stretched out leg, and slide your hands down the floor as you breathe out. Now you're going to take a long breath in with your nose, and when you breathe out, you're going to have 3 exhales to release the air. So we'll breathe in long and deep with our nose, and then breathe out 1, pause, breathe out 2, pause, breathe out 3, pause. Breathe in 1 long inhale with the nose with a long spine. And breathe out 3, really slowing down that exhale. Long, slow, conscious breathing. One more time, breathing in. Hold your breath at the very top of your breath. Pull in your root lock. And then as you breathe out, release the pose, sit up. Bring your feet back together for just a moment. Rock back on your hands and you're going to switch your feet. Once again, we're turning towards the bent leg side. So I'm on my, in mirror, I'm on my right side. My left hand is on my right knee and my right hand is behind me. And I'm allowing my hips to stay forward. So the twist is happening from the middle of my back up. And now realign your sit bones so you're sitting up nice and tall. And once again, we're going to do the original breathing where we breathe in 3 parts. Fill the belly, fill the ribs and the collarbone. And then at the end of the pause, as you hold, and then as you breathe out, twisting a little bit more. And allowing your neck just to gently turn with the movement. Sitting up tall on your inhale. Feeling the expanses of each section as it enlarges with each inhale. And a few more times. And one more time together, breathing in the 3 parts. Belly to ribs to collarbone. Holding your breath there for a moment, zipping up your root lock. And then as you breathe out, over to the straight leg, hands sliding down forward till you feel a gentle stretch, and breathe out long and deep. Think more about belly to thigh than chin to knee. So it doesn't matter if you don't get down to your leg, but more like a straight spine. And we're going to breathe in one long breath in. And we'll breathe out in the 3 parts with the pause in between each one. This time a little bit slower than you did the last time. Now one more breath in. Hold your breath at the top, tighten your root lock. Pull up from the bottom like you're trying to lift up off the floor, levitate right from there. And then as you breathe out, sitting up, crisscrossing your legs, take a breath in and a breath out. And we're just going to do some spinal flexes, so get going, backwards and forwards, pull in and out. There you go, in and out, in and out. Like your chest is going through your arms. So it's the spine that is whipping like a snake inside your shirt. I'm going to turn to the side. Like for any of the young at heart, like you're riding a camel, like a bumpy camel. So you're kind of posting up and down on a bumpy animal of some kind. And it's my lower spine that is whipping my upper spine up and down, so it's making it really resilient and really flexible. You can close your eyes and you can say the meditation, Sat on the inhale, Nam on the exhale, Sat, Nam, or I am, I am. This practice is all about knowing you, not knowing me. Breathe in, pull yourself forward. Zip up your root lock, drop your chin like you're being suspended from that string. One more time, not pulling the chin in, just letting it like drop a little bit so your jaw feels lifted in the back, but dropping in the front a tiny bit. And breathe out, hands on knees, and around you go into circles. Yeah, like a coffee grinder, around and around. Letting go of any pent-up emotions, things that we do not need anymore. You gotta let it go, let it go. You are capable and beautiful. Be radiant. Crush it up. Really feel your spine, what your spine is doing now. Focus on the spine while you're doing this. See if you can feel what it would feel like to be your spine moving. And slowing down, coming to the center, and just switching to the other direction. We gotta go the other way. Just a moving meditation. It's a flow, a simple movement. Coming to the center, interlace your fingers, push your hands forward, stretch. Oh, lift your arms up. A little lean to one side, a little lean to the other side. And we're going to do a short round of breath of fire, arms above your head, and a short inhale, short exhale. You're pumping your navel to make your breath out work like a bellow. No stress in your body, no stress in your face. Just keep up, everybody. Ten more seconds, you can do it. Beautiful, breathe in. Breathe in a little bit more, a little bit more. Hold your breath. On the count of 3, we're going to let our breath out with a huge cannon breath. 1, 2, 3. Leave your hands up. We're doing it 2 more times. Breathe in. 1. Breathe in. 2. Fill it up. Fill up. 3. Hold your breath for 1, 2, 3. And let it go. 1 more time. 3, 2, 1. Release your hands. Bring your hands together above your head. Rub them slowly until they come to heart center. At heart center, they can stop for just a moment. Just breathe in gently. And sit very quietly and still and just be with yourself for a moment. I am, I am. You can release your hands and just shake your hands out a little bit. And I don't really know where I am in this song. We're going to come to hands and knees and just do a little bit of cat and cow for a moment. Just warm up your spine, up and down. Breathe in, really open up. Feel like somebody too heavy is on your back. Really curve it. Remember that spine from before. Really work it. Breathe in, open your chest. Breathe out, round up and look at your belly button. So it'd be breathe in when you're like this, and have your knees a little bit open. Yeah, there you go. Now breathe out, you're a Halloween cat. Way up in the sky, whip up your belly. Breathe in when you drop your tummy. Breathe out when you round your tummy. Beautiful. Everyone, press up into downward facing dog. Press up your hips. There you go. Beautiful, everybody. Nice. Take a breath in and a breath out here. A couple of them, 3 or 4 of them. Beautiful. Walk your feet towards your hands. And then bend your knees and roll yourself up slowly, slowly, slowly. All right, so now I got to move a little bit again so people can see my whole body. Pardon me today. All right, so we're just going to do a little stretching and balancing. So our hands will be at heart center. So I'm just going to turn to the side. Breathe in, lift your arms above your head. And then as you breathe out, you're going to sit down a little bit. Good. Breathe in, up. Breathe out, down. Breathe in, up. Really feel like you're stretching way up to the sky. And breathe out, down. Feel your weight going into your heels a little bit, rocking you back. Now this time, if you can, when you breathe up and you go up on your toes. And then as you breathe out, when you're bringing your hands down, you're going to lift your heels and you're going to balance on your toes again. So there's 2 balances, right? Put your heels down, breathe in, heels up. And breathe out. Heels down, and then they go up. You can also stay on your toes the whole time. You can just press right up on your toes. It's your flow. And breathe out. Maybe you're still balancing, or maybe your feet come down and then you try to balance again. So go back and forth a few times on your own. Breathe in, up, lift up your heels. And then breathe out. Feel like an arrow shooting straight up and then melting down. On your next inhale, we're going to stay up on our toes now for a breath in, a few breaths in and breath out. So see if you can balance here. Woo. And then slowly see if you can balance on the sit down. Down you go. A few breaths in, a few breaths out. Heels down, breathe in, a big scooping of energy. Hands slowly riding down the center of your body. Like you're pushing the energy right down into your core, right down to your feet, causing you to feel more grounded, more stable. Let's do that again. Breathing in, gather your energy. And breathe out. And one last time. It's called pulling down the sky. something just happened.
I think one of the participants is sharing her screen. I don't know. Hold up. I think it's
Oh,
Marsha.
Marcia, you're sharing your screen for some reason.
Sorry, I'll go back. I couldn't see you. I'll do it, undo it. Apologize. I'll fix it somehow. Stop. Okay. Is that better?
Yes.
Sorry.
Sorry, that's okay. That's the beauty of technology. So, let's spread our feet a little bit. I'm just gonna pass between our 2 feet. I'm going to take my socks off also. So my feet are wider than hip width. They're not too wide. And I'm just pushing between my feet. Just notice your feet. Feel the arches of your feet, the soles of your feet. Feel each toe, maybe each separation between each toe. Maybe you could lift up your toes and kind of spread them out. Lay them back on the floor to create a bigger space holding your feet. You can make circles while you're on your feet. You don't have to just go side to side. You can kind of make a rolling circle by leaning sideways, leaning a little to the back of your feet, to the side. Like if you were a sandbag, you would just be dropping sand out of the center of you, making a circle of sand on the floor. That's really good for our ankles. It starts to create flexibility and the ability not to twist your ankle. And just going in the other direction. Really focusing on the feet, although other parts of the body are definitely moving right now because your legs are doing something. But right now, just still thinking of the feet, the soles, the ankles, the arches, the heels, the ball. And now add sensation of the calves and the shins and the knees, the front of the knees and the back of the knees. Using this grounding feeling to let go of emotional baggage, letting go of things that are disappointing and sad. If you are emotionally blocked up, you are not free. So by focusing on our body, we can take ourselves to a place of freedom. Now add the whole leg, the thigh, the hamstrings and the quads. Maybe you're even lifting up your feet a little bit and just kind of stepping. Knees. Maybe there's an up and down motion. This is not dancing, it's moving. But it's done in a dancing way. And so now we start to add our hips. The hips are now moving. So you can do like figure eights with your hips. This starts to be a very swirling, circular feeling happening. And you start to feel how your ribs are separate from your hips so that your ribs can start to move too. And you can kind of roll open your ribs, roll your back, open up the sides of your body. And the shoulders kind of get into a rolling motion And you're still going up and down because your feet are still part of this. Your knees are still part of this. And your arms are part of this. So your elbows are part of it. Your armpits are part of it. Your wrists are part of it. Your hands and fingers, like you're painting your room. Maybe you're painting your ceiling. Be free. Be free. Swirling, making circles. Being grateful for this moving body. And there's no ego because you're not dancing. You're moving, right? But somebody looked at you, they think you are dancing. Maybe you're a bird flying in the sky. And you can go up on your toes like we were doing before and down on your heels, right? Same thing that we were doing. We have that side to side motion in your head and your neck. Maybe your head is making a circle. So everything is moving, everything is freeing, everything is letting go. Think about something that's not moving right now and make that move. Like maybe your bottom isn't moving or your thighs are not moving. Make your thighs move with everything now. Maybe your nose needs to move. Maybe you're bouncing on your heels. So you're adding some rhythm inside your body. You're putting some bang in your butt. So it's adding a rhythmic movement to the swirling and the shaping and the hands and the head and the freedom and the releasing of emotions, letting everything go, letting it roll off your back, you know. Woo, letting go of that Zoom fatigue. Woo, I know I need it. Waving your hands above your head so you're really releasing. Shake them like they've got water or paint on them and you're just trying to clean them. Get rid of it. Like spray the whole room with what's on your hands. Beautiful. And now start swinging, knocking on the doors of life. Letting your hands bump into your belly and your back. Now I'm going to knock up at my lung point. I make a little fist. So I do a gentle little punch up here. And I also punch myself in the back gently. Let your head go side to side. Take some long cleansing breaths. Now I'm going to karate chop right up here a little bit when my hand comes up. So I hit up here, right? Yeah, a little karate chop. Giving yourself that benefit of the massage therapist you haven't seen in a year. Let your head go with your whole body. See if you can look behind. Pick up that heel so you're turning, really getting a full turn. A twist. And back to the chest. Keep the heel going if you like at this point. Back down to the belly. Heel staying down. And now keep your head forward and just try to move your upper body while you're like hips up. But my head stays straight. Let your arms be really loose. and slowing down. And just letting your arms rest by your side for a moment. And just be with what you're feeling. Notice the energy, the tingling. And we're just going to shake and sigh a little bit. So you're going to kind of do this like bouncing thing. Breathe in with your nose. And then say, ah, as you breathe out. Let everything go. Your shoulders, your ribs. Breathing in, sighing out. Maybe side to side a little. Maybe forward and back a little. Breathe in when you go back. Breathe out when you go forward. Nice. And coming to the center, we'll pull down the sky again. Breath in. And as we breathe out, our hands will come right to our lower belly, as if you're gathering all of the energy that you've created, and you're putting it in your storing battery area, which is right at the bottom of your belly. And as you breathe in, you'll feel your belly expanding, the lower belly. And as you breathe out, the belly softens. Now, if you step a little closer, you'll be able to stand, but allow your body to sway gently on its own. It's just rocking. They call this bamboo in the wind. So just feel your body naturally moving from one point to another. But you're not resisting or controlling it. Maybe you're standing still, and that's okay too. Just let it be. So we're going to rub our belly down the left and up the right. Down the left and up the right. That's following your digestion. You're giving yourself a little extra love in the belly. Help us digest our food, digest our thoughts, our feelings. And we're going to make our way back down to our mats. So you can find your way back down. We're going to do a few little stretches here. I'm going to move my setup again. So much trouble. So we're going to do an assisted forward bend. So an assisted Paschimottanasana for those of you who know. So our legs, I'm going to actually face the front, I think, first. My feet are together and the heels can be up. That's fine right now. They can stay up. And I'm going to just wrap my arms around my leg. So the point is for your belly to be on your thighs. If that's not going to happen, you could take a pillow and put a pillow in there like this. That's really easy to get your belly. Then you really feel like your belly is on your thighs. Maybe you need to hold behind your legs to get a better feeling of ease. And just let your neck relax forward. Now, you might be somebody who's very flexible. I don't know this group in a sense like that. So you could, of course, roll your legs out a little bit more, but the belly has to stay on the thigh the whole time. So there's none of this. This isn't happening. So here, my belly, my legs are on, my belly is on my thighs, right? Here, my belly is still on my thighs. Here, my belly is still, that's because that's how my body is made. But I want everyone to be in a very comfortable forward bend with their belly nestled into their thighs. You're going to take about 7 to 10 breaths here. So find yourself into, Deb, you might want to open your legs a little bit. Yeah, your feet don't have to be so close together, Deb. You might find it easy, a little more shape. That might be better, right? Yeah. And I can slowly release this position. And we're just going to roll down onto our back and hug our knees into our chest. So my preference is feet not crossed. And you can hold behind your knees or you can hold in front of your knees. Whatever works for your body. And you can certainly rock a little bit side to side if you'd like to massage your back, or you can rest very still. And just allow yourself to fill yourself with the breath in the inhale and breath out. And now bring your feet down to the floor, and you're going to stay with your knees bent, and we're going to do a twist. So I'm going to do my best to explain this twist for you. What I would like you to do is roll onto one side, and your knees should be parallel to they should be at hip height. So it's like if you were sitting in a straight chair. And then your toes, I want you to slide your toes forward a little bit just so that you can see them. So you got to look towards your feet. And your hand is down by your knee, just resting on the floor. And the other hand is resting on the floor too, on the other side if you want. And now slightly pull your toes back. So it's almost like you have a 90-degree angle under your knees and a 90-degree angle from your hips, from your spine out of your hips. And you're going to roll your back to the floor behind you so that you're doing a twist. So your arms can be open, and if you're not comfortable putting your arm on the floor behind you, is anybody? That wasn't a super good version of that pose. To the woman in the pink shirt, if you want, you could roll your shoulder that's near your cupboard behind you. You could roll that down to the floor. But leave your knees where they are. Bring your knees back here towards me. Put them on yeah, there you go. But untuck your feet a little bit now. So you're like sitting on a chair that's on the floor. Yeah, nice. There you go. And your knees, are they together? Beautiful. Very gentle twist. Your doggy is doing the twist too. Just feel the opening of your heart, that openness again. Your palms are open to the sky. You're holding those chrysanthemums again. It's just like a symbol of giving, a symbol of mercy. being open in your mind and in your soul, allowing yourself to receive the gifts that are for you. We're going to gently come back to the center, so your knees will be back up to the ceiling and your feet will be on the floor. And just take a moment in that, what I call constructive rest type of position. Just noticing sensations in one side of your back, maybe a side of your hip, maybe even your neck. And then we're going to set up on the other side. So you're going to roll over to your side on the other side. Knees are going to be at hip height. You're going to unlock your toes so that you can see your feet just a little bit before you tuck them out. Because you want to be sitting directly, so to the woman in the pink, bring your knees up towards your belly more on the floor. So go onto your side first. Bring your whole body towards me, your arm too. I want your knees to come up more on the floor so they're closer to your right arm. Yeah, there you go. Nice. Just once again, being open, turning your palms to the ceiling so that you can hold your chrysanthemums. And then gently bringing your knees back up to the center. And just taking a moment again just to notice the sensations in your own body. The groundedness, the openness. Maybe fill your belly, then fill your ribs, and fill your collarbone. And then as you breathe out, a gentle breath out with a pause. Out with a pause. Out with a pause. Breathe in the 3 parts in, filling belly, then ribs and collarbones. Breathe out, pause, pause, and pause. And now slowly allow your legs to stretch out. If you have a blanket nearby, you can snuggle up in that blanket, or you can just rest where you are, pull on your socks. But open your palms up to hold those chrysanthemums just a few more moments in time here. Bring your focus back to openness and acceptance. I wanted to read a poem for you while you were resting. The poem is called The Peace of Wild Things by Wendell Berry. When despair for the world grows in me, and I wake in the night at the least sound in fear of what my life and my children's lives may be, I go and lie down where the wood drake rests in his beauty on the water, and the great heron feeds. I come into the peace of wild things, who do not tax their lives with forethought of grief. I come into the presence of still water, and I feel above me the day-blind stars waiting for their light. For a time, I rest in the grace of the world and am free. Very slowly, you can start to bring a little energy back into your bodies, wiggling your fingers, your toes, rolling your wrists and hands. Maybe stretching wide or stretching long, or doing a little cat stretch where one leg is bent and it crosses over the straight leg, so you get a little twist in your hips. Yes, it's always a funny thing to explain. I'm going to show it here. When you're lying down, you just a little stretch. Oh, it's like kind of a standing tree almost, or a laying down tree. And the other side. And you can either roll to one side or you could rock and roll and bring yourselves up. So to end class, we're just going to do a little breathing activity. It's just 3 breaths, 3 times. So earlier on, I had used a mantra called I am bountiful, I am blissful, and I am beautiful. Bountiful, blissful, beautiful. So what you're going to do is you're going to breathe in, you're going to hold your breath, and in your head, you're going to say, I am bountiful, I am blissful, I am beautiful. Then, as you breathe out, you're going to say in your head, excel, excel, fearless. So we breathe in, 1 full breath in. Hold your breath. And in your head, you're saying, I am bountiful, I am blissful, I am beautiful. And then as you breathe out in your head, you say, excel, excel, fearless. Again, breathing in. I am bountiful, I am blissful, I am beautiful. Breathe out. Excel, excel, fearless. 1 more time. Say it loud in your head. Bring our hands to heart center. We'll rub them to make them warm. I turn my warmed palms to you and say, thank you so much for being here. It's like we can all share our energy for just a moment. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it in my heart, so deep.